Before you scroll, just be honest with yourself for a second. When was the last time you felt like you? Not the version of you that everyone depends on, not the one who keeps everything together, not the one who says, "I'm fine," without thinking. The real you, the one who used to laugh without forcing it, the one who didn't feel this heavy all the time, the one who didn't have to be strong every single day. When was the last time you felt her? Because somewhere along the way, you didn't lose her in one big moment. You lost her in small ones. In the times you stayed quiet instead of speaking up. In the times you said yes when you were already exhausted. In the times you chose everyone else again and again. And now, you don't even recognize when you disappeared. Look at these women. Before they sit in that chair, before anything changes, look at their faces. That expression, it's not loud, but it says everything. It's the look of a woman who has been holding it all together while slowly falling apart inside. One of these women hasn't done something just for herself in years. Years. Not because she didn't want to, but because every time she thought about it, life reminded her of everything else that mattered more. So she told herself, later. I'll get back to me later. But later never really came. And slowly, she stopped expecting it. Because when you keep putting yourself last, you start to believe that's where you belong, at the end of your own life. But then, something changes. She sits in that chair. And it looks like such a small moment. Just a haircut. Just a little time. But it's not small. Because this time, she didn't ignore herself. This time, she chose herself. And at first, it feels uncomfortable. You can see it, that hesitation, that quiet guilt. Like she's thinking, should I really be here right now? But she stays. And that one decision begins to change everything. The stylist starts. The scissors move. And slowly, something deeper begins to fall away. Not just hair, but the weight, the exhaustion, the silent pressure she's been carrying for years. You can see it happening. Her face softens. Her shoulders drop. Her breathing slows. And then, her eyes. That's where it shows first. That spark. That light slowly coming back. And then, the tears. Not because of how she looks, but because of how she feels. Because in that moment, she realizes something she forgot. She matters. Not just to others, but to herself. She deserves care. She deserves time. She deserves to feel like she exists beyond what she gives. And sometimes that realization is overwhelming because you don't realize how long you felt invisible until you finally feel seen. And then comes the moment, the mirror. The chair turns. She looks at herself, really looks, and everything becomes still. Because the woman looking back at her doesn't look lost anymore. She looks alive. She looks present. She looks like someone who finally came back to herself. And then she smiles. A real smile. The kind that says, "There you are." Because that's what this really is. Not just a transformation, a return. A woman finding her way back after being lost in everyone else. And maybe, as you're watching this, something inside you feels heavy. Because you understand. Because you've been there. Or maybe you're still there, being strong, being everything for everyone, but quietly losing yourself. So hear this. You are not meant to disappear in your own life. You are not meant to give until there's nothing left. You are allowed to exist fully, to feel, to rest, to choose yourself. Not later, not when everything is done. Now. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove anything. You already deserve it. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be small. One moment, one breath, one choice that says, I want to feel like me again. Because every time you choose yourself, you come back. Slowly, gently, but truly. Look at these women one more time. Look at their eyes, that light, that softness, that quiet confidence. That's not just a makeover. That's a woman remembering she still exists, beyond what she gives. And the truth is, she's still inside you too, waiting, not for someday, but for you, right now.